Well, if you like college basketball, that was a great college basketball game. Um, we feel fortunate to have won it. I'm really proud of my team, proud of the way they played, proud of the way they competed, proud of the dagger that we took on an unbelievable shot by Parentas. Just what a fantastic shot that was. And to be able to come back and have the resolve to play in the overtime the way we did, I'm extremely proud of our guys. I thought the difference in the game was probably our physicality. I thought our seniors sort of exerted their physicality during the game, and I thought that showed up on the backboards. It showed up at the foul line. And it's nice when you've got a guy like Mike Young that you need to double team or you need to do something with him, and a lot of other guys get easy shots because of Mike's ability, and we were able to get the ball into him, and he scored it at times in there. He fanned it out at times. Jamel obviously played a great game. Sheldon Jeter was fantastic, especially in the overtime. And so I can't say any more about how proud I am of my guys and how hard they played and how hard they had to play to beat what is obviously a very, very good Virginia team.
You know, just 3 or 4 days, Kevin, after the Notre Dame game, after the story makes that shot, what's going through your head when you see Parentas go down, and what did you tell your team?
Well, going into the overtime, I just said, listen, we can sit here and feel sorry for ourselves, or we can man up and do something about it. And they obviously chose the latter. They came out, and Sheldon got the tip, which I thought was important. We executed perfectly on the first possession. We ran an action that we typically run to the left. We ran it to the right, and he was what we call our crackback guy on that play, and threw it back to him, and he jumped up and swished it, and that got us going. And then he made another one, which obviously helped, and so then Jamel made one to put us up 9, which I thought was kind of the difference. But again, it's nice to have an older group. It's nice to have veteran guys. Again, it was tough for me to watch that ball go in. Heck, I've been through more games than these guys have, and that was tough for me to see. And but again, you just have to tip your hat to Parentas, because that's an amazing shot and an amazing play at that point in the game.
Kevin, if someone would have told you before the game, even with overtime, that you'd put 88 on that defense, would you have been surprised?
Yes.
What was the key, do you think, that you got?
I think when you play Virginia, you have to make shots. And we made shots. We made perimeter shots. We made some threes. They went small. I think early on in the game, they determined that they had a better chance of covering us playing small. And so when they did that, we just kind of switched what we did a little bit to try to get Mike a little bit more inside. And so then that was good for us, because now Mike's down there grinding and getting to the foul line, although we didn't do a terrific job from the foul line tonight. We got there a bunch, but I'll try to work with Mike and Jamel on the free throws here pretty soon. But I just felt like we were executing. We had the floor spaced. We do have some guys that can make shots, and we've got veteran guys, so they just knew what to do, but I'm surprised at a lot of numbers on that stat sheet. I'm surprised that they shoot nearly 50% and lose. If you'd have told me they were going to shoot 50% and 40% from 3, I would have thought we were in trouble. So now the rebounding number looks awfully good to me, and the free throw number looks really good to me, and that was that, and the fact that we made a bunch of threes was probably the difference.
Kevin, you've talked about the importance of having somebody else score outside of Mike and Jamel. Tonight you had almost 5 guys in double figures. How big is that balance for you guys tonight?
Well, it's big, and it's especially big when you go into overtime. You need you need some guys to step up and make plays. And Ryan Luther, I thought, had a huge block there. late in the game, so Sheldon's threes and his rebounding efforts lately have been terrific. Chris Jones was really, really good for us. I thought he was really good the entire night. He didn't score a lot, I don't think, but he was very valuable to what we were doing. So, we're not as deep as we would like to be, but those guys that played tonight really gave a great effort, and I was very proud of them.
Was fouling them on that final possession of regulation a consideration for you guys?
It was, and I'll take responsibility for that because, they got the ball at 8. I looked up at the clock and it was 8, and I had told our guys under 5, and in retrospect, I would have maybe played well since he made it. I would have played that just a little bit differently, but that's a situation that's tough to practice because it's tough to get your guys to foul when the play is live, and I don't mean the play's always going to be live when you foul in a situation like that, but what I mean is the ball comes off the rim and they're coming at you. That's a lot more difficult to orchestrate than it is, okay, they're taking the ball out on the end line, you've got a 3-point lead, here they come at you, so you've got your guys set and that sort of thing, and so I would play it a little bit differently if I had it to do over again, but at least we won.
Yeah, I mean, you've won a lot of big games, NCAA tournament games, SEC tournament championships. Like, does a win like this have extra meaning because it's your first big one at a new place?
This one has extra meaning because I found out last night that these seniors had never beaten Virginia in their careers, and that was something that they wanted to do, and so I'm happy to win this game because you need to get the first one behind you. You don't want to keep playing for your first one for very long because that's a hollow feeling, and so I'm happy to have won for that reason, but I'm mainly happy because it's about those guys. Again, this is not my win; it's their win, and it's their team, and so some nights I feel like I'm able to help them. I felt like I was able to help them a little bit tonight. I felt like some of the things that we did in preparation for this game was spot on, and some nights you don't feel like you help them as much as you wish you could or you wish you had. And so tonight, maybe because of how it ended up, I feel like I helped them a little bit. And so if I did my part, then that's what's supposed to happen. I'm supposed to do my part. They certainly did theirs. That's right.
Kevin, you mentioned way back, I think it may have been in April, we talked, that one of the things you were looking forward to was a game in front of the Zoo, the conference game. What did you think of the environment tonight, and how much of an effect did you think they had?
I thought they had a tremendous effect on the outcome of the game, and I knew it was probably going to be pretty electric because I got a text from Chancellor Gallagher before the game today telling me that the Zoo would be out in full force. So, whenever the Chancellor starts texting you and telling you that the students are going to show up, probably a pretty good chance they'll be there. So but our crowd was great. The students were awesome, and I thought they really impacted the game. And I really mean that.
Kevin, do you feel like you had breakdowns in the last 2 threes in regulation, or was it just him making a big, a great shot?
The last one?
The last 2 threes of regulation.
No, the last one is just a really terrific player making a really terrific play. I mean, Chris Jones is sitting there on him, and you just at some point, you have to decide to stop backing up and make him go by you, because if you drive him inside the 3-point line, then you've done your job. But he was so far out that I can understand Chris's dilemma there, and he just raises up and makes it like it was a free throw. But so I don't really consider that a breakdown. I just think that was a great play. The one before that, I don't remember that one as well. He must have made that one too, probably, right? Yeah. Doggone him. So I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the film and see if I can figure out. Maybe we broke down on that one. I don't remember.
What have you guys done to keep Sheldon's confidence up shooting the ball? Obviously, he's had his troubles in that department, but hit 2 crucial ones in overtime.
Sheldon Jeter shot 39% from three for me when he was a freshman. I'm not about to stop believing in him. He can miss 18 in a row. And if he's open, let me see number 19. So I believe in that kid. I believe in his heart. I believe in his character. And I'm really happy for him because, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by him. And his rebounding effort, forget his shot making, his rebounding effort has made a huge difference in our team the last 3 games.
Kevin, if someone had offered you a split of your first 2 home games in conference, would you have taken that?
No. Losing sucks. Saturday stunk, man. I would never give one away. I'd rather play and have a chance for it.
Well, did you think it was important just to get a win in this home?
After Saturday? Dang right. It felt like, I don't know, I shouldn't use the word, but it felt sort of desperate. I mean, you can't, you don't want to start out 0-2 at home in this league. Now, I haven't been through it yet, but I got a feeling that wouldn't be a very good look. I don't know. I was really hoping against 0-2, I can tell you. So we had 5 games. So we just came off a 5-game homestand. We won 4, got beat on a dagger. Wish we would have won 5, but oh well. We are where we are.